Yeah, I'm at home. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Just a mess over here. I thought you were away somewhere doing your usual bits.
You are live, by the way. I thought I'd put you live so you can
All
swear
right.
you can swear against the machine. You can rage against you can rage.
What's the topic, bro? I didn't know you were on. I tell you right.
Ah, mate. I just thought every time I have you on, it's gold. It's absolute gold, mate. So
Oh, fucking God.
I'm not gonna waste this
Is,
opportunity. Um,
is there any topic?
let's have a look. The topic today would be, I don't know if you know anything about it really, but the march of AI in respect to humans. You know how we're gonna cope with that if we're gonna evolve into something else. It's a pretty boring
Well, you
topic.
see, the problem with AI is it's not 100%, and it really isn't. But it is a way of getting rid of people in work. You know what I mean? To cut jobs and to make more private companies a lot
Mm,
more money. And it is by design. You know what I mean? This is not just for a fucking bit of a laugh. This is by design. You know what I mean? And
okay.
believe me, it's going to get worse, far worse than you think, because everything is now going AI. Everything. I
Can you?
mean, you won't have to go to your bank anymore. You won't get into your bank anymore.
Mm,
You know what I mean? There'll be no need to go to your bank.
can you explain why it's going to get worse?
Well, because if you think about it, everything that happens is a case of, they want to make more and more and more money, especially banks. They take no fucking prisoners at all.
Mm,
They really don't take any prisoners.
mm,
And they will go for it. And you're going to get lots more to do. Obviously, next of, I mean, even get into anybody going to the dole, the saying on the dole. That doesn't, you know what I mean? You'd not have to do that anymore. That'll be done online.
mm.
Everything that you can think of. I mean, look at what you do now. I mean, I don't go to the bookies anymore. I don't have to.
You don't have to go to the
You know what I
bookies.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to go into the bookies. I went into the bookies last Saturday just to see the guy behind the counter. And he told me there was 3 customers all day, and that was at 7 o'clock in the night from 9:30 in the morning. People
What?
just do it online.
It's not. It's not. Paddy Power don't have very nice places to go.
No, it's not a key to that. It's just, I mean, why would you go? If you can sit and you can watch racing in the house and you don't have to fucking walk out to have a bet, you know what I mean? You're not going to do it. You're just
Yeah.
going to do it from the house. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of everything you
Mm,
got to say. You're talking everything that you can think of. That, you know what I mean? That you can see even when it comes to takeaways.
right.
Takeaways, everything is done online. Everything. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, you can walk in the takeaway, of course, but
Mm,
they're going to get to the point, and this is where it's going to come down to, and this is where AI is going to take over, and it's going to be the people with the least who's going to suffer the most, because all the small jobs AI can do. You know what I
right.
mean? The likes of they haven't came across cleaners and things like that are okay because I haven't got anything that can walk in and clean. If you know what I mean, you can't sort of walk in and clean and do things like that. But when you come to the likes, I mean, the likes of chemists is going to be okay, but the likes of accountants, lawyers, you know what I mean? Wasn't there one of the lawyers caught in England? It didn't he fucking do his whole thing on this divorce through AI? The whole lot of it. Not one bit did he do himself.
So he didn't actually see a real person to get his divorce.
No, we done the lawyer. It was the lawyer who used AI to set out his case for the divorce.
Ah, right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you do that, then you know what I mean. Lawyers, fucking hell, man. If he can do that, all you can do it. You know what I mean?
But hang on a second. I thought AI is just the the use of all that's written, everything that's been ever written in whether it's printed material that's been digitized or websites. I thought that's all AI is. Is that all AI is, or is something different?
Well, you see, it is. Well, that's supposed to be, and it does have a lot of that. but all AI has its own, people who put it together, there's always bits in it that you mightn't get the whole truth, if you know what I mean. Or you mightn't get things in that. Depends on what you go for. You know what I mean? If you're going for something the likes of what you want legally, then, it doesn't have to lie. But if you're going for politics or you're going for anything, say for what they're teaching in schools and stuff like that, then AI has it has a different slant. It doesn't always do what it says on the tin, if you know what I mean. It doesn't always do that, because I have checked it a few times. I went on to one of them, and some of the stuff they come out with is geared toward the companies, the big companies, the likes of big pharma. You know what I mean? You go on the AI and ask it about, say, the likes of the vaccine for the COVID,
Yeah.
and it will give you basically what the or the big pharma says. You know what I mean? It won't go, it won't turn around and tell you about that a lot of people who got the COVID job died of heart attacks, and when they done an autopsy on them, they found what they call white fibers things in their, not that the injection done it was the body produced these, and that's what gave them the heart attack.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that some AI engines are biased? I
Of
mean,
course they are.
but what would be the benefit of having a biased AI engine?
Well, you see, this is what propaganda is. This is what propaganda does. This is what it tells you. You go into AI, something like this here, go into AI and say the N word.
Into AI and what?
Ask it to say the N word.
M word or N for? Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
What have you tried it?
Yes. I tried it just to see a bit weird. And then there's just so many things in it that are just not 100%. You know what I mean? They're just not 100%. But this is the future, I'm afraid. You know what I mean? This is the future.
So what result did you get when you asked it to say the N word?
It said something about it's not appropriate for it to say or to give this word. This is not a good word in all this here humor. You know what I mean? But now there is ways of getting it. I mean, if you asked what such and such word was used for, say, a black person in the 60s or the 50s, it could tell you that.
So it depends on the context, yeah.
It depends on the context you ask the question, but if you just ask the question, give a slang names for black people, they won't do it. And there's other, I mean, not that should be, I don't think that is a problem with it, you know what I mean? That's just one thing it does. But there is a lot of things in it. This is built for big companies. This is built for propaganda from big companies. Instead of advertising, they can tell you things on AI. And what they do, when you go on the AI, then you will be brought on to anything that comes on to your newsfeed on fucking whatever. You know what I mean? It could be TikTok, could be anything.
Yeah.
You will get things that you have actually been looking at on AI. That will be provided along in your newsfeed. And this is the way it works. And another, see an AI. See if you go to look up anything to do with your health.
Okay, so
it will come up when you go to it. They will. What will happen is go in and look up, say, symptoms of some kind of cancer, and I guarantee you, in an hour, you'll get an advertisement for some cancer clinic on your newsfeed. And that's what will happen.
I mean, there's a difference between like cookies and tracking and targeted advertising and AI, isn't there? I mean, what do you not agree with that?
Oh, there is, but it's got with AI. It's directed to certain sites that are. I mean, as I say, the likes of big pharma, the likes of fucking private hospitals, all that there comes in when you go to look up AI. They will. Actually, I done it one day, and I got fucking hounded. to go to a private hospital in Dublin for one of the things I was looking at. And I didn't fucking want to go to a private hospital. You know, but they'd come up on my fucking music, all these things. I think it was for the Matter Private, or one of them ones. It's a private hospital in Dublin, you know what I mean, that you have to go to for specific things. And all these different things come up all the time. I have no problem. I have to be honest. I don't have a problem with it. It's one of these things that's coming. It's not coming. It's already here, and it's only going to get more advanced and more advanced and more advanced. And this is where ordinary jobs are going to lose out. And that's where it comes to. You know, it just comes with it. And if you take, see, AI can be done for anything. A secretary's job can be done by AI. You know what I mean? They don't have researchers. No need for research at all. You just fucking go in, put it in, you get it yourself. You don't have to pay anybody to do that.
No need for what, sorry?
Researchers. Anybody who researches things for different things. You don't need to do that. You don't need a researcher. You can go straight on and do it.
Okay, you talked about like some of the disadvantages. What about the advantages of AI for you or me? What kinds of things can we do with it, and why is it good for us? Then is it all bad? Is there nothing good?
Well, no, there's a lot of good coming out of it. But we have to get used to it. We have to get used to this. It's not a case of, you know, we're going to stop it or anything like that. That's not going to happen. It's just going to go and go and go and go. And it's going to get more advanced. They're going to do more different things. I mean, you'd be walking in the fucking supermarket one day and you'd be talking. I mean, look at the self-service tills in Tesco's or fucking anywhere like that. You know what I mean? That used to be a job for, say, maybe someone in leaving school or someone retired used to do that job. You know what I mean? It was one of them jobs that was always there for people. But they're not going to, you know, that's not going to last right now. I mean, supermarkets are going to become literally walk in and everything is going to be AI. Everything. Well, and that's just the way it's going.
So you think when a person goes in, they're going to recognize their face, and AI is going to know what they bought last time, and they might even suggest to them through their phone, why don't you buy this?
They already do that, you see, and that's without face recognition.
Okay.
But I'm sure you can put face recognition into it because they're doing a lot with that one, especially. Do you know Palantir? Have you heard of Palantir?
Palantir? No. What's that?
Yeah, well, they're a facial recognition crowd that do all this different things and all that there again. And nobody, there is no government, is trying to stop it. They're all going for the same thing. Nobody's trying to stop it. And that is just one of the things that's going to come into it. And that's only supermarket. You know what I mean? That's good. It's going to go like that. They'll have maybe 2 or 3 people. Security. Like stealing stuff. But this is what's upon us, I'm afraid, and we're going to have to fucking just work with it.
So there's no going back, you think, now?
I'm not old. Well, why would you go back? Why would you go back? You see, I designed to make money, and that's it. They don't care about works. I mean, you look at, if you take even Cadbury's chocolate, right? Originally, Cadbury's chocolate in their factory built houses for their workers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you picture a company doing that now? You know, that just doesn't happen. That wouldn't happen ever.
Lots of technological progress, but not much social progress. Is that what you're saying?
There is the social bit they took that completely. They didn't even enter it. That didn't enter their head at all. That's got nothing to do with them making money. And if they can replace you with a computer or an eye device that can look at you, or a retina scanner or anything like that, that's what they're going to replace you with. And that's just the way it's going to go.
Yeah, you paint a very grim. Go on.
No, it's not grim. I don't think it's grim. There are going to be other jobs, if you know what I mean. There are going to be other jobs. But how many? This is they're doing here in Ireland is from next year. They're giving everybody 360 euros unemployment
€360 what?
unemployment benefit.
Benefit? What for
Yeah.
for those that are already on benefit?
Yep.
Okay, why are they
And the
doing that?
reason is what they call it is a living wage.
What a
And
one-off?
this is coming in.
A one-off 350.
No, this will be for all time. But the problem is it's very stuffable. You know what I mean? It sounds good. But when you take it, what you actually spend is you won't be able to afford a house. And that's one thing you won't be able to do. They want everybody to rent. They want everyone rent. You see, if they have you, what we are in the whole Western society is in at the minute. It's like fucking chattel slavery. You know what I mean? It really is like chattel slavery because you can't leave your job at all because you have so many bills to pay. If you end up on the dole or you end up doing anything, you lose your house. Things can happen. You know, things happen when you're unemployed that other people who are working can afford to do things. People who are not working can't afford to do things, and they want it. The thing about this, they want everything. They just don't want a little bit. They want fucking everything.
Who's they?
Well, the companies. You see, if you take Tesco for an example. Say 10 years ago in Tesco, what was the selection of food, and what is the selection of food today?
I'd say there's probably a greater selection now.
Do you think so? But always, well, I can only go from here, and I noticed there may be more different food, but there's only one brand of each food.
Oh, you think?
There's not two or three brands. Yeah, well, I was in the supermarket the other week. I was looking for stuff.
In the last 10 years, you think that's the case?
Oh, yeah. But what they're doing is, you see, if you can go to one person, say you buy 10 tomatoes, right? If you can go to one of the companies and go, right, we buy every can you produce, and we put it on our ships, and we will put somebody else's on ship, and see the one to it. Then there's no argument. And with supermarkets, the way supermarkets work, and the way Tesco works, is, see, they will give you a contract, but the contract states that they don't need the stuff, you're fucking messing it. You know what I mean? They don't have to take it. And that's where the issue.
So what the supermarket's cutting corners, cutting costs. Is that right?
But they're cutting costs everywhere. It's not just on because they're cutting costs. They want the farmers ban their whole fucking whatever they have, lamb, whatever they ban the whole lot, giving them a price that they can cover their stuff with. The farmer can work with. And but if there's any hassle with the supermarket stuff, and I know this because I worked in a supermarket and we used to plan 10 years ago, and we would bring stuff in, but if they didn't need it, say the weather not bad, and they didn't sell that, well, we were left with it. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it goes.
So how does that, what you're saying, relate to the military-industrial complex?
Okay, you see, when it comes to that, that's a different thing. AI then will work. I mean, look at Ukraine. Look at the drones they're using. I mean, that kind of, when you use drones, the Russians weren't able to use their tanks when their drones were out.
When they finish.
You know what I mean? They couldn't use their tanks to what they were supposed to do. Drones took over. And drones took over from basically artillery, and they took over from men on the front line. You don't need men on the front line if you've got drones. And this is the way it's going.
Well, changing the subject a little bit, what do you think's going to be the result of the Ukraine war? What's going to be the end result?
Russia's going to take the whole Ukraine. They have to. They have to, because not doing this. They have, that's not doing it. You see, but people don't understand. That's Russian border, you know. You know what I mean? That's where Hitler came through. That's where fucking Napoleon came through. if you think that the Russians are going to sit back and let that happen, they're not. They're just not going to do it. And the Russian people are behind the Russian government. Now, the only reason why Putin could be put out, and Putin could go, but the only reason why he will go is because they want more done rather than less done.
So why is it taken Russia this long to get ahead, or why didn't Russia finish the war sooner by a victory?
Well, you see, this is why Putin would go. This is why there's a lot of talk in Russia at the moment about, listen, get this over with. Just get it over with. Do it, put the troops in, put everything in. If you have to use nuclear weapons, use nuclear weapons. And they will do it.
Why has it taken this long for Putin?
I don't know what is. Well, they in the beginning, they don't have the troops, to be honest, to do it. They really don't. They really don't have the troops to do it. They are building up their equipment, and they're building up all their everything, themselves, and their drone systems, and all their defense systems, and the whole lot. They're building up because I give it 3 years, and Europe will be at war with Russia.
3 years, and Europe will be at war with Russia.
Yes, no problem at all. No bother at all. They're building up for it. They're already built for it.
Okay, and what's gonna happen with the Iran situation? Is that gonna be still active, that war?
No winner of that war. Nobody can win that war. It's impossible. You can certainly wipe out Iran, but it will wipe out everything in the Middle East. It has the capability to do that. It doesn't have the capability to defeat America, but America doesn't have the capability to defeat Iran. You would have to go into Iran, and that, I'm afraid, is. If I was America, that's the last thing I would do, because you're one of fucking thousands upon thousands. You really are.
So why can Iran win easily and not Russia win easily?
Well, because Iran, you're on the front line. They're right in the fucking. You're going to take them on. You have to put boots on the ground. Same as you have to beat Russia, you have to put boots on the ground. You can't do anything that's all of that. And I'm afraid boots on the ground is costly, very costly.
Say that again. You're saying that there's not enough Allied boots on the ground to win Iran. Is that what you're saying?
No, you see, I'm not talking about Allied. I'm talking about American. They go into Iran. They will lose. One thing Americans hate, and that's from them, other people that sent home dead. They really don't like sent home dead. It's very difficult for any government in America when they start sending fucking dead people home. And I'm afraid Iran has them by short and curlies. If they go in, they will just. Iran will just go. It's too difficult to take. Iran is a fucking strange country. If you look at Iran, it's got loads of fucking mountains. It's got anywhere in it that's surrounded by mountains. It's got a couple of passes that you can go through, but then you're just open. Plus the fact you have to get into the fucking streets and get up there to do that. And Iran has missiles, drones, mines, then fucking mad little boats that fly at fucking 200 kilometers an hour at them. It's just too difficult. The big stuff now, and as you say, how is AI affecting war? Well, battleships are really not any good unless you're going to somebody who can't fire back. But if somebody can fire back, then your battleship is in serious trouble. It really is. There's all this big equipment I've got now, all these carriers and all this here, but they're kind of, that's outdated now. This really is, you know what I mean? It's really outdated.
What's outdated? The American stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody in the West, the American stuff, the Americans have some good stuff. They have missiles, they have all that, but all their mixes. There's no point in trying to send a carrier group into the Straits of Hormuz, because they blow the crap out. The Iranians always blow the crap out. And that's just it. They just blow the crap out. So you will lose, there's 3,000 men or so on a time. They'll all be dead. Then you have about 12 Jews.
Right.
You have about 12 around you. Because a carrier, when you do see them carriers that come in, the one with the airplanes, they don't really have any defences. So they have about 12 ships around them that sail with them. And they supply them with food, they supply them with missiles, they supply them with fuel, they supply them with everything. And they supply them with defence. So that's the way it works. And then carriers, whatever, I can't remember the name, the ones that carry the F-16s and things like that, they are just
aircraft carriers.
The aircraft carriers. Sure, thank you. The aircraft carriers, they're just a fucking big target. That's all they are. They're just a big target. You see, this is the whole thing that they tell you. Americans are saying that they have people in the Gulf War moves and they have ships in the Gulf War moves. They don't. The closest ship is like 400 miles away from the Gulf War moves. That's the closest. And that's why, because they know their target.
So who is actually fighting the Iran war? Is it Iran and America, or is there anyone else?
Well, of course you've got Israel. You've got the fucking Zionist project in the Middle East. You know what I mean? They're down there too.
So which countries against which countries? Can you list them?
Well, you see, you will have. I mean, you've got most of the Middle East that would be against Iran because they're bought up by America. But what happened in the Middle East was a bit frightening for the countries in the Middle East, because when the Zionist project ran out of missiles, they took all the defense systems out of Saudi Arabia and they took them all out of Qatar and places like that and sent them over to the Zionist project. And the people in there just sort of looked and went, especially the fucking Saudi Arabians, saying, hold on 1 minute. You can't take our fucking stuff and give it away. We need this here for the fucking save ourselves. And see, when you think about, the Middle East, and it's quite simple. Iran has 2% of what they call, where they take the seawater and turn it into drinking water.
Okay.
I can't remember, there's a name for it. Oh, desalination.
Okay, yeah, well done.
Where they take the salt out of the water. But the rest of the Middle East is about 80 and 90% of their water comes from desalination. And if they hit Iran will hit every one of their desalination plants. Every fucking desalination plant in the whole of the Middle East will get hit. And then people will have to, will you see the amount of people that have to move? If you think immigration is fucking bad, or illegal immigration, you see what happens if this kicks off. This will be something that nobody will ever see in their life, the amount of people that will have to move.
So you think,
because there's no water.
So you think some of them will go to Ireland?
Oh, fuck, I hope not. But probably. And we've got an open border. You know what I mean? We let fucking anybody in.
Yeah.
We don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've seen the protests in Dublin where they say, we welcome our borders are open, we welcome foreigners with open arms. They're big protests you were telling me as well. I've actually seen them myself in Dublin when I've been up there about 5 years ago. Or more, probably, yeah. People love foreigners in Dublin.
Oh, Dublin's a joke. It's just got to the point where, I mean, if you walk down O'Connell Street in Dublin, you'd be lucky to see a white face. No Dublin.
Oh, come on, man. You're exaggerating. That's ridiculous.
I'm telling you now, very few Dubliners will go into the city centre. You'll get a lot of tourists, but you won't get Dublin.
What, you mean even Dublin 8? I doubt that. Dublin 8 is full of rich...
Dublin 4 is the one you're looking for. Dublin 4.
Dublin 4, that's...
D4.
Yeah, D4, that's where all the tourist areas isn't it?
Well, look, D4 is where all the rich people live and all the embassies are.
Right. I was thinking D8, where Dublin 8, where I thought the rich Irish were there. Dublin 8.
No, they're D4.
Oh, the D4.
It's D4. They're all out by Goatstown and all out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Millfield, all around there. It's all
military?
Very rich Irish people. Very rich Irish people. Military,
did you say?
No, very rich Irish people.
Okay.
That's where they are, very rich Dubliners, you know what I mean? I mean, you're talking 2-3 million quid a house.
Yeah, of course.
Not cheap, because you know what I mean. They're not cheap. They're fucking very expensive.
And these guys, a lot of them have old money, right? And they're not just nouveau riche. They're not Google millionaires.
Sorry. No, they are. That would be old money. Now some of them are, if you know what I mean, but most of it's old money.
Are you okay? Are you okay there, Michael? What happened?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just sitting smoking.
By accident or?
What?
You know that noise was it by accident? What were you doing? You sounded like you were choking.
No. It was just I'm doing a couple of different things at the same time. The noise was just a thing I was born in.
Okay. All right. Don't die on me here, right?
No, I'll try my best not to. I'll try my best not to. You never know. You never know. Man. It could happen.
Could happen. Yeah, the way you were talking last year. How is your health? How's the tumour doing? Or don't you want to talk about it? Don't. It's fine if you don't.
I haven't seen the doctor yet. I'll see him October, I think, but they haven't given me a date. What do you call it? The cancer doctor.
Yeah. Oncologist. Oncologist. What are you talking about?
That's the chappie. Okay. That's the chappie indeed.
Yeah.
An oncologist, that's what he is. Or a few other words you could call him, but
Wow. And how's your housing situation? Are you knocking people's teeth out still, or?
I'm living in a homeless shelter.
How's your housing? I'm trying to work out how's your housing.
No, I'm living in a homeless shelter.
Okay. So still, are you living in a different...
No, I've got a place in here, which okay, it's not bad, all right. She's fucking lunatics, like mad people. It's full of mad people.
Yeah, it's the same situation.
People who are very, very sad lives, really. You know what I mean? Really sad lives.
Are those Polish guys still there, or is it a different place?
Oh, no, it's a different place. It's a different place.
Okay.
It's a different place.
Jesus,
this one's for over 55s.
Okay, you just about qualify for that then.
I do. Thank you very much, Ron.
Pleasure.
Thank you for that.
Oh my God. Any news from your ex-wife?
No, I haven't spoken to her in fucking years.
Good.
I haven't spoken to her in probably years. No, not years, but 6 or 7 months since I've actually spoken to her.
The divorce is well and truly done, or is it not done?
Well, divorce is done. Divorce is over. Divorce is finalised. Everything's done. Everything's sorted that way.
Do you see your daughter?
From time to time? No, I never see the kids. Never see the kids.
Never see the kids.
My wife made sure that the kids fucking get them. But there you go.
So out of choice.
I'm sorry, brother, but I'm going to have to go because my back is absolutely fucked. And I've just twisted it some way. I don't have a clue what I've done.
Okay, mate. Down a few paracetamol if you're not, if you can. If you're not.
I will. Listen,
okay.
Cheers to everyone, and I shall give me a call the next time you're at it, and I'll talk to you then.
Cool. You're always welcome to call me, Michael, any time of the day or night, mate. Always call. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, this is on JC Audits Live. Thanks very much, Michael Zemrowsky.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, bro. Take care of yourself.
See you later.
Shlana Walia. God, I'm out.
Shlana Walia.